All right, Dave. You call these high tunnels. Why?
Because they're tunnels and they're high. I don't know. They're different from a greenhouse because they don't have heat in them. The only heat in here comes from the sun.
So it's getting a little too hot in there now, so you got to raise the sides.
Yeah, they get real warm real fast in the sun.
So what do you have growing here?
Lettuce plants. You can see I was talking about the clear plastic in the corn. I don't know which video you're going to put up first.
Yeah, so this is not clear plastic. This is kind of a heavy cloth.
Yeah, and it's called greenhouse fabric. So it's a synthetic material. It feels kind of like a tarp almost.
You're going to use this over and over again every year, right?
Yeah, we'd like to. You can see one's more clean and one's less clean. Because one is, we just put that clean one in last year, the clean piece. So the other piece, just to give you an idea of how dirty it gets, this half of the house is only 2 years old. And that's how faded and dirty it is compared to the brand new piece on the other side.
So the new piece is way over there, new piece of plastic. So how much of a head start do you give your lettuce here?
So I planted this about, I don't know, 4 or 5 weeks ago probably.
As seeds?
As seeds. Yeah.
In here?
In the greenhouse.
Oh, you planted in the greenhouse,
Yep.
and then
And
you
that's-
transplanted them out here.
Yeah, I know this doesn't help with the video, but you can feel the heat coming out of the house.
Wow, if you stand right here, you can feel a lot of heat coming out of that house. Actually, it's not a house, it's a tunnel, right?
Yeah.
But you still have to have fancy doors on the end of it.
That's just so we can drop the tractor in. We have a small tractor that it has a cultivator and a rototill that can attach to it, so we can get the land ready.
So how big is this tunnel?
This is
150
30 by 100. I think it's technically like
30 by
I think
100.
it's technically like 28 by 96.
What's it cost to buy one of these?
You'd have to ask Carl. I know it has 5 digits in the number.
5 digits.
Yeah, it's like 10 or 20 grand, I think. I forget
10
how
or
much.
$20,000 for one of these, so you can give people early lettuce.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, I don't know if we told you about the hydroponic greenhouse, but that was 250 grand. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's a little bit less money.
So the hydroponic one, 250,000. And you
That's
have
all automated stuff, as you see
Yeah.
on the.
you have 3 high tunnels here.
We have beets in this one, but they're on the. You'd have to go in the door. They're on the other side.
So we got beets in this one, but you didn't use the fabric.
No,
So these are
planted closer together.
okay. Small beets here. It's hard to see the rows, but I can see rows of beets.
Yeah. So these are weeds. Weeds. This is a beet. You can see the purple.
Will you have to weed here much, or are you just going to let the?
I weeded
Plants.
this row, and then it's supposed to be rainy, so I'm going to weed these rows. And over here, these are all weeds. So I'm going to take this whole side and weed that, and then plant more beets in it.
And what's your watering system here? What's this all about?
So in the other house, we have what's called drip irrigation. So it looks like this. So underneath all the fabric, this hose runs, and on the blue stripe, water, every foot water just trickles out a little bit.
Okay.
And then in this house, we have the big sprinkler system.
So you're going to just pump water in here and let it sprinkle in
Yeah,
water as much as you need?
Yeah, so I just did it yesterday. That's why the ground is nice and wet.
Oh, you got a lot of these.
Yeah.
So where are you getting your water?
We have an old well in the ground over here. Actually, as we walk towards
I'm trying to walk right down through here so I don't step on your plants.
Oh yeah, the one part I did weed was the roadway, so hopefully you can see it pretty clear. We have an old well over here that we just have a pump in.
So you say it's going to rain. When it rains, you're going to come in here and do some weeding.
Yeah, because I mean,
It looks like you got a... Here you go.
Yeah, there's all my tools.
Is that your girlfriend? No, that's your hoe. I got to have some humor here.
Yeah, so you can see the pump. Well, you can't see the pump. You can see the hose leading to the
There's
pump.
a water line running way up there to a hole in the ground, and the hole in the ground is a well.
But normally, I don't know if Carl showed you this PVC here. This thing sticking out of the ground, that's a hydrant for an underground system. So pipes go under the ground all the way from that corner of that orchard over there.
Way over there.
Way over there, all the way back to next to the hydroponic greenhouse where we have our big pond and we can pump water under the road.
Oh, side of the road all the way over here.
Yeah, early season we just run it from the old well over there. But during the season we'll pump it.
Do you have to water the apples much?
No, it's not usually for the apple. It's usually for everything else. So like we'll run a pipe into these fields over here. Like I'm going to put squash here. We'll run a pipe into there. If the greens I have over here need water, we'll water them. This used to be, these apple trees here are only a couple years old. So that used to be a big field.
Those little ones are a couple of years old.
Yeah, so we used to water that with this hydrant.
How old do you figure these trees are?
These are definitely, older than me. They might even be as old as you and Carl.
Oh, so you're saying they could be 50 years old?
Yeah, they're like 39, I think.
There you go, 39. Actually, I'm going to be 60. Don't let the guy kid you. And so under the plastic right here.
Oh yeah, that's where the seed used to drip tape.
So here's drip tape underneath the plastic.
Yeah.
And what are you growing here?
We will have squash here. There's nothing here yet.
So you're going to plant squash. So you've got the soil all set to go. You got the drip tape ready.
Yep.
But you haven't even planted anything. But you got to.
No, I thought he was going to have a couple of guys planted today. It's all in the greenhouse to come out here. But
I see guys way over there. What are they working on?
they are working on hunting turkeys.
Oh, hunting turkeys. Okay.
Yeah, actually, I don't even think it's turkey season. I think they're looking for turkeys to potentially hunt in a couple days.
Okay. All right. So what are we planting out here with your machine?
We're planting peas out here. I'll show you how.
So why peas? Is that like one of the earliest crops you can put out?
Yeah, they like the cold weather. This is actually probably going to be my last planting. Because after this it might get too warm for them.
So that means that down in my house I got to start planting my peas then.
Yeah, so this whole field is peas. I don't know if you got a shot of any of the little tiny ones growing.
No, I haven't. I didn't see too many. Okay, and what do you have over here in the bucket?
Yeah, I just have my seeds in the bucket.
Okay.
So, I know because I've done this the last 2 weeks, I know I need about 4 of these little bags to do these rows. Because if you're standing back here, like we'll be able to see the seeds coming out, but if I'm sitting on the tractor, if the seeds run out, I really have no way of knowing unless I get off the tractor and look. So it's always best to have more seeds than you think you need in your hoppers, just in case.
So you're going to put 2 bags per.
Yeah, I think that should be enough. I've been using about 4 bags.
And then you save them afterwards if you don't use them all?
Yeah, like I don't know if you saw, but the first bag I put in over there had a rubber band tied around it because it was half filled.
Those hoppers are pretty big. I guess they're intended to do a lot of acreage.
Yeah, you can do a lot of them. This is a small, just a ½ acre field.
So half an acre.
Like if I was doing a big field of pumpkins or something, it'd probably be filled a lot more.
Alright.
Alright, so the other thing that we can put in here is fertilizer. So that goes up in the top here. Let me get the bag of fertilizer.
So you put the fertilizer right down in the row with the seeds.
Yep. So this is a pelleted fertilizer.
You know, what number is that?
Oh yeah, you guys.
Yeah, let's
know
see your
about
number.
it. So this is 10, 20, 20.
Show us the number if you could.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
10, 20, 20.
10, 20, 20. So first number is our nitrogen. Correct?
Yep. Yeah. NPK.
NPK,
Yeah.
Nitrogen.
Nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium.
Nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium.
And if you forget, it says it right underneath.
All right. Okay. That's what these seeds are going to need to get a good start.
Yes.
Because out here you don't have much fertilizer. You don't have any compost in here, do you?
We have some. Like we do have a compost pile over there. Because we don't turn it properly, legally we have to be careful how we use it, because like even with compost, like I was talking about pesticides when we were doing the I'm just gonna grab another bag.
Yep.
When we were doing the corn video, I was talking about pesticides, and if you use manure or compost, they have very similar restrictions. Whoops.
Why? I can't just put fertilizer down?
You mean like this fertilizer?
Yeah. Why do you have restrictions?
So on this you can put down